community of Catch It Up by Therez. Today is my first series of, I hope, of a long series of video. You're gonna know a little bit more about me, why I'm doing that, and to what will happen in my life, what happened in my life before, and where I'm coming from. So my name is Therez Ngona Etende. It's a typical African name. I'm coming from Cameroon. It's a very beautiful country from the central part of Africa. And yes, I come in Dubai 5 years ago, and I had a main objective to find a job, to build my career. I cannot go into the details too much, but the point that I come here, it was because of a lot of things happening in my life. So I'm coming from Cameroon, and I have been in Dubai for the last 5 years. And why I came in Dubai, it's because I have some personal reason that made me leave my country. You have to understand that I have 2 kids, and I came in Dubai in 2014, October 2014, to start my career here. So when I came, in Africa, the stereotype of the ladies, usually we have curve, we have to look like a real woman. So back in my country, I was not looking like that. I was in the middle part between the skinny girl and the little curvy girl. So when I decided to come in Dubai, I was thinking, okay, I'm in the standard of the country. I will just come, I will find a job very quickly. And the first things when I arrived in the airport, I got shocked was the look of my sister. When she saw me, she was like, who are you? Because I have an older sister, she's 5 years older than me. And so she was shocked to see me with all these curves. She couldn't recognize me. And so, okay, we just went home, everything went well. She was happy to see me. And the next day I had an interview. So I had to go to the interview, and when I arrived to the interview, it was a friend of my sister. I wanted to be in a real estate company. So when he saw me, he saw my sister. My sister is like thin, tall, totally, we are totally different. And so he asked her, like, is it your sister? And she was like, yeah. The next day I have interview, and I reached the office with my sister, and it was one of my sister friend who was starting to his real estate company. And he saw me, he saw my sister, and he asked her, like, is it your sister? And she was like, yes. So he called me for the interview. And there is something also. Normally Cameroon is a bilingual country, but we have like 60% of the population who speak only French. The rest speak English. And we don't make any effort to speak English. So lucky we study English at school. The only things we don't really practice is at home with family. So I came without speaking even one word in English, and I was supposed to pass an interview in English. So the guy told me, have a seat. And I was like, what means have a seat? So I sat down, he started to ask me questions, I tried to reply, and he started to speak with my sister very fast and say, your sister, she's... And I got shocked. And my sister replied to him, what? You too? And then I know, oh yes, this is my sister. She defend her sister. So yeah, so he told her, okay, she will start, we will do some things, we will train her. So I stay with them like 2 months only, and I didn't see the progress. So I told my sister, I think I should go back in the country a little bit, and I have to baby train myself. So my sister decided to make us work out every morning 6 a.m. So every morning 5:45 she wake me up, we go to the beach and only walk, because I was about 67 kgs. I had to lose at least 10 kgs. And we did it every single day, walk every morning. And the food, this part is very funny, because the first time we have dinner at home, we were sitting, She told me, okay, please put the pasta on the fire. I told her, okay. I took the pasta and I tried to put all and break, because in Cameroon we break it because we think that when we break it, it will be more. So we break. I tried to break. She told me, no, don't break it. So I thought, okay, just put it like that. And I want to put all. She said, no, don't put all. At least half. And I put all. And then when she put it on the table, I was like, oh girl, what is that? Is it for me only? Or so she said, no, it's for all of us. But we are 5. She said, this is how you have to eat. Because in Africa, we have to do like, in Cameroon in particular, we eat when we put a rice, it's really a bomb of rice. And so we have a dinner. So I start to reduce my food. I start to cut a little bit how I'm eating, the bread, the butter, the rice, the milk. And in December, I had to go in my country to celebrate Christmas with my kids. So I went back in my country, and because when you come in Dubai, you have normally 3 months visa that you can take, and during those 3 months you can start to search a job, and it will also be the time that they make your document for work. So from that period, the guy didn't make my document. He was focused on his company, and I was going there every morning to work. So I told myself, I will not waste my time. I'm going for holiday, and then when I will come back, I will find another job. So I came back, and the big surprise of my sister, she saw me and she was so happy. I came back in February 2015, 5th of February 2015 precisely, and she couldn't recognize me because, guys, I lost 10 kgs in 2 months. And she was so happy. I was feeling myself so comfortable to go out there and try to get a better job. And so I start to apply. I study my English. I didn't went to any particular school. I start to study in YouTube. YouTube is a great platform. You can learn every single things there. Everything you want to know, you can learn there. And I had also my nephew. What I used to do with them, it was to go for a movie. I go for a movie with them. We can see the kids movie. They put subtitle in French sometimes it's subtitle in English. And another tricky things also, it's every time you want to learn a new language, try to learn it with one of your hobby or something you really like. For me, I like fashion, I like music, so any documentary about music, fashion, or historical stuff from a country, I was watching it in English with the subtitle to know the small word, to know the how to pronounce word. I still have my French accent, of course. So I'm improving every day. So after that, I applied for a job. It was a company for healthy food, and it was great. I start there. I studied my interview very well. The ladies was from she was British, English, and kind of German. And she told me, I saw in your CV you speak German. I said, yeah. And so I got my interview like that just by studying every word. And I worked there for 10 months. And it was a great experience because I had to go out to do the marketing, to sell the food, it was like a catering job. So I have to go there and I have to go out and sell the company catering food and speak with people, because I was mostly in the big British company and I had to interact every single day with people. This is how I improve my skills also in English. And also another tricky things is when you want to learn a language, just stay around people who speak that language and then you will learn it. So I had one friend from England, and the one I met we are friends for 5 years now, and she's the one who really helped me also to understand, because she speaks fast. She was from Preston and their language are really fast. So this is how I improve my skills in English. And the next step for me was like, okay, Therez, you're in Dubai, it's good, you're in a catering company, but this is not your purpose. You have to grow. where is the next step? So I decided to start to look for another job, and I got interviewing big luxury brands, and but the package was not what I wanted. And my sister, who was started to build her company, she told me, why don't you join me? And I thought, oh yeah, actually you're starting a company, we should put our effort together and make something great. This is how I joined my sister company, Rocheben, and we are supplier of hotel, spa. But I had always have these things of speaking, meeting new people, because I love to interact with people. I love to know what others are doing and how they make their success to become successful in life. And I thought to myself, I have this passion of journalist, and I thought to myself, I will start something for me aside of what my sister and I are doing. Maybe it will be a complementary of in our business. So I decided to start this YouTube channel where I'm going to interview all the business owner I will be able to meet, for you guys to be more inspired about life. People has a lot of in French they say it pejorative words, pejorative more. So they have this think of Dubai that it's just a bling bling, it's just girls are just fake, or everything is fake. But no, Dubai people work hard. People, they wake up early to go to work, they build things, they make this country great. And then the part that you see, even with one day off, that day it's very special. That day is very special. And on that day off, that we show you the bling bling side that you can see. We will take thousands of shots, and then you will see those bling bling side with that make us being happy. So that's why I start my journey of interview. So in the future you will see interview of business owner ladies, those SME company, those who are inspiring, who can inspire you, hopefully from here, Dubai, from my country, Cameroon, from another country in Europe. So this will be my journey. And I have also another passion of writing. Sometimes I will be posting some of my poem or read it for you. And these poems are usually when I pass a certain period of my life and I take time to write it and I express myself on that. So that is me. Thank you, community of Catch It Up, to stay in my to stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe and check my Instagram. You will have posts on me, what I'm doing, where I'm going, and yes, and you will be aware of the next interview I will have. I really want you to put some comments, suggest me which fields, on which fields you want me to track, where you want me to track to get another guest, a next guest, sorry. And yes, and thank you so much, et voilà, au revoir.